got Damien Meyer here, who just finished pole position in Group SB at Phillip Island. Damien, you haven't actually raced the last many where Ryan Koenig dominated that one. How did you feel after that?
Look, I did keep an eye on the results. Unfortunately, I had work commitments in Germany, which meant I couldn't make it. But as it turned out, the car was still in pieces, so I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. So, look, it's nice to get a mixture of cars running in our field, and I'm happy for him to do really, really well. I said I wish I was there, but unfortunately, work commitments have to pay for it, and that's what we have to sometimes do.
Was there any German tactics that you've come back from over there? Because they're quite good at racing.
Yeah, I'd like to know a bit more about the Autobahn racing. I said that would have been a lot more fun. I did actually happen to visit the Mercedes Museum while I was there, so I got a bit of racing history and a lot of cars that I would have liked to drive. But I said coming back here and seeing this meeting though is always a pleasure.
So you've just been over in Germany and you've just come back, and you're actually racing with your car owner and driver in a driver-owner kind of combo. That's rare in the new age type of racing, but how do you find it these days?
Yeah, look, it's something that's evolved. I mean, I've raced for a long time, but when Bob offered me a drive and said, look, would you like to drive one of my cars? And seeing how he's been building them for 40 to 50 years now, he's an absolute MG guru. I knew the answer would have to be straight away yes, and it's proved very, very competitive, and I love driving this little car. It's a great fun handful, but definitely a lot of fun to drive.
Thanks for the interview. There we go. Constantinides here, qualified second, just behind a few tenths behind Jeff Morgan. How'd you feel after that one?
Oh man, that was hot. I was surprised at that time. I wasn't expecting it, and my wife told me, and I told her to recheck it.
Now you run Alphas, and Alphas usually are not up that far with Porsches, but you've managed to keep right on Jeff's tail. How do you reckon you're going to go in race one?
If it's wet, it should be good. If it's dry, I'll probably lose 15 spots. But hopefully it'll be wet. Yeah, the car's going well. It loves the wet. It's a well-balanced car. I really enjoy driving in the wet. So yeah, I'm praying for rain, but in the dry, hopefully I can stay in the top 10.
So are you hoping to run the full championship this year, or just the half-time championship?
Well, last year I ran 4 events and won my class. Hopefully this year I'll do minimum 4. Yep. Hoping to do 86. Yep. Depending on the car.
All depending on the car. Now, who is your main rival in Group S? As I haven't actually never interviewed you before, I'm just going to get the other guys. Who's your main rival in this class?
Well, there's 2 guys. There's a guy named Danny Gatto. He's got a red car. He's not here this weekend because he's in the motor. And they're the 2 main rivals in Alphas. But there's a couple of MGs in there, like Colin Ford, he's a reasonably good guy. So they're my main rivals, but in my class it's the other guys. Yeah.
So what do you think about the Phillip Island Classic as a meeting as a whole? What do you think about it?
This would be the best race in the world as far as I'm concerned. I've done Bathurst. Bathurst has got an aura about it, but as tracks go, this is just number 1.
Now, what's your favourite part on the track?
Favourite part? Coming onto the straight. As soon as I straighten up, I'm in 50. So yeah, coming on the straight.
Now, you brought your wife down here. Does she give you any tricks or any type of tactics? Because usually the wives are in the ball game.
I usually reverse the car at the garage for her. So I won't take any tips off her. But she gives tips on that. She's just fine.
Now, are you planning to visit any destinations around Phillip Island, like the chocolate factory or anything around here this weekend?
I've been to Phillip Island 7 times. I haven't seen that one yet. So probably not.
Now, are you planning to do anything like that, or just the racing this weekend?
Our racing starts reasonably late. I've got a mate of mine who does Reek. He's got to be here at 8 o'clock. And our races are finishing around 4:30, so we're here all day. We won't go anywhere well. We're home with a few beers.
Good luck and thanks.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thanks, Steve.
Winner Colin Wilson-Brown, who won race 1 in his class. How did that feel?
Damien Meyer, I was second. Damien was so far ahead that I was able to see. But it was great. We had a fantastic scrap between Shelby, Ian Ross and Peter Jackson's Healy, and the other 2 past presidents of Western and Mitch Young, Ken GP, and we had a fantastic scrap. My car was brilliant. He's really good at the corners, and so great pleasure passing the Healy at the Hay Shed and then passing the Shelby round the outside of the corner coming onto the straight.
So that's your first podium run of today. Now I know Damien did win overall, but you actually did win Class B, so that's an accomplishment in itself.
Well, look, I'm lucky enough to have had quite a few class wins before. So I like an outright win, but I think I needed Damien to come off somewhere to do that. I think I'll ever see it.
So, can you tell the viewers where you actually qualified in that one and how you came through the field in that win race?
I qualified 6th, which I was very happy with. And then got another good start. One of the Shelby's got sideways in front of me, and I had to sort of back out for a minute. Dropped a couple of places, so I was good 8th into the first corner. But the car was good.
So who's your pick to win overall this weekend in your class?
Well, it depends on the weather. I mean, Damien's midget. I mean, if we have wet weather again, he's uncatchable. But if it's dry, I think the Shelby's, the big muscle cars, the V8s, will come into power. Assuming it's dry. So I don't know. Enroll's still being up there.
What about Laurie?
Well, I'm not sure where Laurie finished. I mean, he's got some ground to make up for it. I don't know how close he was to the front. But I mean, if you're in the top 10, then it's on. But if you're from the outside, then it'll take a while. We've got 3 races. The last one is 10 laps. I think you'd have to buy that from Jamie. Even when it's dry, he's very quick.
What do you think about like the Phillip Island itself?
Oh, look, I think it's been. I think the race meeting was good. I think it's the best race meeting for instructor cars in Australia. I think the best circuit. I think there's been a few creaks in the organisation. The guys, Michael Holloway, his wife used to run it before. People used to complain sometimes about it, but he used to run a very good meeting. I think the people have taken over struggling to get it up to that level of organisation. I expect they will, but it's not easy organisation. Meeting for 500 cars is obviously hard.
So have you got any plans without the race? Are you going to do any destinations around here? You're going to go on any holiday tourist spots? There's the chocolate factory, there's obviously the War Museum, the Vietnam War Museum. You're going to check out any of the old sites around
I didn't even know there was a museum. Has that been here a long time?
That's been here quite a while.
I mean, the penguins. I did penguins with my family about 20 years ago, so look, not really. I'm comfortable racing.
What about any restaurants? There's a few good restaurants around here. There's like
there's some new ones as well. We went last night to the pizza place where we've all been going to since we were children. But I noticed there's some new restaurants. We've got an Alpha group barbecue at our houses tonight, so I'm not sure
thanks for your time.
Won the Group S today. You've dominated all day. How did it feel out there?
Look, it's good to get back in the Pantera after a couple of years of unreliable engines and overheating. So today's really the first time that we've really had it running for a couple of years, and it's good. It's not the easiest car to drive, but it was good to have a good run with Jeff because he beat me yesterday, and so I was happy to take one off him today.
Now Jeff normally runs every race, but you're pretty busy with another team, right? With, not FPR anymore, it's PRA.
Yep, ProDrive Racing Australia is our team, the company that we bought off David Richards from ProDrive in England, and we ran it under Ford Performance Racing whilst we had Ford support, but now we're on our own. We're back to ProDrive, which means that we're not tied into a manufacturer, but we're quite happy to stay involved with Ford at this time.
Now, for the younger fans, does any of the Pepsi Max crew give you a hand with these cars or not?
Not with the Panteras, but with the Frosty's car and Chaz's car, yes, they're continue to be supported by Pepsi Max, and they're a great company, and we really appreciate their involvement in the sport.
Was Chaz or Mark interested in your results today or not?
Chaz was. He's a bit of a he loves to come and drive one of these himself. So and after his bad weekend in Adelaide last week. He's getting himself ready for Grand Prix this weekend.
All right, good win, Rusty, and yeah.
Thank you.